Good morning, or depending where you are, good afternoon, and welcome. I'm Adam Sharp, and excited for our community update. We've got a variety of folks. Our one of our Galvanators, Scott, who's joining us, and excited to give you an update about all the awesome things that are happening at Galvan. So, thank you for joining us. A couple of items, just so you know, we're going to have our fantastic customer service folks that will be monitoring the chat and responding to questions. So if you have questions as you go, plug them in the chat, and we'll try and answer those throughout the call today, as well as you're always welcome to go to our Discord or our variety of paths to get help from our customer service team if you have any questions about what we talk about here or anything related to Galvan and our community. So we're excited to jump in here, and we're going to start as usual with a few disclaimers. Just so one of the unique features of Galvan is that we are doing it right, and we are following the rules and regs. So this will be recorded. You can read this at your leisure, but we'll be talking about, mostly these are things that are already available, but there may be a few things that we're talking about that are in the future. So just want to jump over that. But we're starting with really an awesome video that talks about our G Plus wellness app and the impact that it's had in some of our Galvan community members. And so why don't we kick this off and let you guys take a look.
I remember the day that I was told I had cancer.
It was overwhelming to keep him alive.
And so we went through 3 different types of chemo simultaneously.
The fact that he had 7 surgeries was something that at that time, I didn't know how he was going to live through that.
They opened me up and took every organ out of me that they could take out of me. Took cancer out, took most of my liver, and then stapled me back up.
He lost so much weight. He's 6'3", got down to about 165 pounds. It was really hard watching him lose all that weight and just keep fighting and fighting.
We go to the doctor's appointment. She comes in the office and says, "You're all clear. There's no cancer. We can't see any cancer in your system." And we were elated.
My husband is now cancer-free.
I was super skinny. I was needing to recover from chemo
and they wanted you to
and
eat
surgeries.
And they wanted you to eat everything.
Yes, they were like, "Eat everything, please gain weight." So I was doing that, and I was able to do that very well. Now that you've gained your weight back, they started saying, "We want you to exercise regularly."
You got really discouraged.
I think I got discouraged because I thought I can't do core exercises.
They kind of told him, "Look, you're not going to be able to work out like normal people."
And I think I just gave up hope and said, I'm not going to ever be in shape, so why even try?
We need to make sure he's exercising, keeping his cholesterol, all that stuff down. But I would say, try this app, or let's try this gym. But nothing truly motivated him. That's when we discovered the Galvan app. I actually downloaded the app for him onto his phone, and it gamified exercising for him.
So the Galvan app is this app that allows you to really easily just open it up and do a wellness check-in. It checks your stress, your emotions, just where you're at right now, mentally, emotionally. It also tracks how much you're working out and your steps each day. It works seamlessly with all my other apps. Added to it, I can see on that dashboard the digital rewards that I've earned for actually my activity, my physical activity.
It gamified working out. So then all of a sudden he's like, "You want to go for a walk?" He could see his app giving him digital rewards, and he's like, "I get digital rewards." He can take these, bridge them to Ethereum, and get crypto from these digital rewards. I think it's what motivated him to start wanting to work out.
And so the Galvan app has really helped me stay more conscious, to understand my own mental wellness, my own physical activity, track all that, and then give me digital rewards. It's tremendous, so I just love it.
So I hope you love this as much as I did. We appreciate Kat and John talking a little bit about this. One of my favorite parts, there's a longer version of this that we'll make available to you later, but he described how he was feeling bummed. He was exercising more than usual, and he did his mental wellness check-in, and it gave him the prompt to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and he said, "I did it. I was willing to try. I can't sing. He sings probably like I do." And it elevated his mood. And that's really what we're all about. You all know this, but that is the vision of what Galvan has always been trying to do. Launch a blockchain that the node owners are able to manage and operate and run. It's decentralized. I don't want to take the high of the experience of Kat and John down. It's just, this is the reality of what we see. On the right here, you see this was a few years back that Time talked about the bitter pill, and it was just talking about the challenges of medical bills and the cost of pharmaceuticals. And this was an Economist article that just popped up just a month ago, not quite a month ago. And it just talks about the challenges that we're facing. It is not transparent. It is not decentralized. The last thing that we want is when we're in a spot like John, and we've all had our own personal experiences where we're wondering if we are getting the best care and who might have incentives that are not working to our benefit or helping us to be healthier. So on our next slide, we have a little bit here about, next slide, there we go, about the paradigm of where we are and where we're moving with Galvan and the node owner run blockchain. So here, as you can see, if you want to go to those articles, and part of what we know that we have experienced is we lack control. We aren't the ones who are getting incentivized to do the right things. There's certainly not transparency. And this is where we're going with the blockchain, is that we're able to have proofs of action that help us to exercise. We're the ones that receive the rewards for doing so. And then our awesome new tool that allows us through artificial intelligence to track our voice and really own our health, which is our mission. I love the fact the more and more I get into this, it's interesting being a physician, worked in health services for forever, and tried to help physicians to use the tools that we have. And great physicians, great health systems are certainly so appreciated and so important. But the reality is often we hold the keys in our hands. If we're just given the information, it's clear and direct about how changing things, everything from singing to listening to music to, again, walking, swimming, biking, whatever you like to do to get your heart rate into the exercise range. We want to help you to do that and to be your best self. And that's really where we're going. And it's exciting now that the app's out and growing every day to hear the stories of people like the Bonars. So with that, we're going to jump into our next presenter, and that's Robert, our beloved, to talk a little bit about product updates.
Thank you. Glad to catch you up on the product in itself. So we're going to cover just a couple things today. Vitals. We've been adding new ways to measure your wellness. We've got some that are automated with your heart minutes, etc., that you're very familiar with. We've also added some that are manual that you can actually track them as well. Then we've also added anxiety and depression. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I want to give you an update on where we've gone with our private challenges, a few updates there to make it a little more of a pleasing experience. And then I want to highlight a community challenge. What's coming into a challenge and not giving you a reward? That's kind of our motto, is to motivate you through rewards. And so we've got a challenge that's available that we're going to put some eyes in the game for you. With that, let's jump into the actual mobile app, the Galvan Wellness app, and show you a couple of these things. So here's the home screen. You're very familiar with that. You'll notice in the bottom right, we have this little teal hamburger menu is what it's called. If you click on that, we call it, it's a quick menu. We've got a couple opportunities now that you can quickly get to a few things. So for instance, you see my goals at the top or my stats. What I want to focus on really is the vitals. We actually have a way here that you can add your vitals, but let's click on the My Vitals and kind of show you what we're talking about. So when you go into this, you automatically go into your heart rate. So if your device will show you your heart rate, we can start tracking that. Now, the first thing you notice is at the top, you see a way that we can show trend lines, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly, we can show you the trend line. On the weekly one that it's defaulted to, you'll notice at the bottom, we have a calendar. So it gives you the current week, or you can click on different weeks and see it change. So you can pick the week you want to look at the trend, right? If we go to the monthly one, you'll notice that our calendar changes. You can pick which month you want to look at. We give you the current month, but then you can start clicking and seeing the others. Yearly, the same impact there. So you can see the current year we're on, and you can see your trend it goes to from there. Next, we've given you an opportunity to swipe right or left to check out your different vitals. So for instance, swipe left, I can show you blood pressure, and then you can start seeing the different trends there, or you can see your water intake. The next one you'll be able to see is your calories. And so these are all things that we'll give you the opportunity to see how you're doing over a time. The next one we've got is a little unique. We actually, within our wellness check-in, have some unique AI and I don't know if ML, machine learning techniques and tools and technology that gives us the ability to not only check for how we're doing as far as our wellness, but we also can create a trend line on a monthly basis. We won't be doing this. We can't do this on a day, week, etc. But we'll give you a monthly look of where you fall on a depression scale or on a anxiety scale. And so these are two things that we've been able to add, and you'll see these probably next week appear into your app. But on a regular basis now, you can just double check to see, do I have a concern there? Is there something I need to go talk to some medical professionals? Just show you how you're doing on those lines, because we have those for you. So we're pretty excited about that technology. The next one obviously is another vital that we show, is called macros. We allow you to put in your percentage of fat, carbs, and protein to see how you're doing on macros. So that's kind of a little sneak peek at your vitals. Now, some of these are manually input, and you'll notice that from the quick menu, we had a way to input your manuals. But if you look at the top right corner, there's a plus sign. That plus sign allows you at any time you can input, for instance, your heart rate or your blood pressure or your calorie intake or your water intake or your macros, etc. And so then you can save those at the bottom, and then you have updated. And it's just that simple in a very intuitive UI to input some of these vitals that we will eventually probably get to automated wise, but manually for now that you have that access. That's a kind of an overview of what we have for vitals. For the next thing, what I want to do is let's go back over into our community section and talk about challenges. So here's the home page for community. Notice at the top that we have our challenges, and at the bottom, we still have the community leaderboards so that you can still see from the Galvan community where you rank for heart minutes and your check-in streaks, etc. But let's focus a little bit on the private challenges at the top. There's really three sections to this. We automatically default to the active challenge that you're in. So you can see in the lighter blue, this, again, apologize, this is a demo section. So all of this is just test data. So don't feel like my depression was really high like it showed. Sorry, I should have said that already. That would be depressing for everybody. But anyway, you can see from this data that we automatically show you the challenge that you've joined. We also below can show you upcoming challenges that you've already been scheduled for, or past challenges and how you've done. So let's click into the current challenge that we've joined and show kind of a couple features within that. Once you go into the challenge, we automatically take you to the leaderboard. Again, this is a board of one, but if there was 400 people here, you would see them. But we take you and we show you immediately where you rank within that challenge. Then if you actually click on the leaderboard itself, you can actually go into, if you click back, you can actually see the challenge, we added, it's kind of hard to see in the top right, there's this info eye. You can click on that at any time and see an overall description of what the challenge is, how many contenders, what the minutes are, just kind of a more detailed view of the actual challenge that you're participating in. So if we go back to the main menu, what I want to show you is we have at the very top a way that you can create your challenge. But for today, let's show you how to join a challenge. So I mentioned that we're going to have a challenge for our community here. This is actually where you would take it. We're going to show you the code. And when you go into your community and hit join challenge, then you would type in the code that we give you. And when you hit next, it will actually take you to the overview of that challenge. It'll show you the time period. It'll show you the date when it starts, the date when it ends. It'll also show you, for instance, in this one, the objective is daily heart minutes. So it shows you what the vital is that we're measuring. And then at the bottom, you just click join challenge, and it automatically adds it to your upcoming challenges. So we're pretty excited about those. That is, in a nutshell, a quick couple things that are new features for you. So if we go back to the main menu now, I believe that's all we have. What I want to do is mention that on our next community call, what I'm going to go into a lot more in detail are our now what's. I'm going to show you, based on your results, what are the things that you could do in 5 to 10 minutes that could maybe and possibly impact where you are on your wellness path. With that, that is all we have for the demo. If we go back to the main screen,
there we go.
Turn the time over to Jeff.
Thank you, Robert. Guys, our product is we're really proud of it. And Robert and team have done an incredible job. I hope you guys love it as much as we do. You know, as we look at blockchain projects, I was going to mention this really quick, is you know, anybody that's been around blockchain for a minute kind of notices these ebbs and flows in these of adoption, of acceptance, you know, mainstream media, of the news. And I don't know if you guys can kind of feel it and see it, but right now we're entering a phase that's going to be really exciting. You know, a lot of positive news, a lot of good outcomes in you know, court cases and things like that. And it's just the perfect time for where we are as Galvan as a project. And I wanted to share with you some of the recent kind of numbers and stuff that we've had as our community's been growing. So go ahead to the next slide. Guys, this is over just the last 90 days. So our Discord, our Twitter, the number of wallets are all increasing, you know, very, very rapidly. Look at the plus sign. That's how much was increased in the last 90 days. And these are our current totals, which it's growing and growing and starting to grow fast. We went with a little bit of if you look at the history of Galvan, when we started, there was this big interest, all the people adopting real early. And then, to be honest, there was a little bit of a low while we were building and developing and executing on all the things on our app, on getting the blockchain, everything working correctly and everything. And now, just over the last 90 days, we're starting to see it come up again and see the growth really happen. You know, as smart nodes, as you can see there, we have 23,000 plus smart nodes out in being run, but supporting our blockchain. That's incredible. That's great. We've increased 363 in the last well, that's 90 days. I actually think that most of that was in the last 30 days. And what's that saying is people are, it's starting to see and notice, and it's being shared, and you guys are and people are wanting to get involved and wanting to jump in and be a part of what we're doing here. And it's really exciting. You guys have noticed, if you've been paying attention, the current price of the smart node has been increasing because of, as you know, every 100 smart nodes sold, the price goes up $100. And with that 363, the price has been increasing. And currently, just to kind of give you guys some awareness, is the we have 74 more nodes to sell before the price goes up to 4,500. I just, again, this is like very, very positive growth for the community. And I wanted to just say, really, it's thank you, to all of you. The way that a blockchain is, although you see us here on camera and we're kind of the ones working on the products and helping initiate this, it's really the community. The success of a blockchain project is really goes as the community goes, as the community. And so one thing that I just wanted to point out, if you guys haven't figured it out or seen the metrics of it, if you guys are smart node owners or even light node owners, if you share our project and get people involved and somebody goes and purchases a smart node, the amount of points, which leads to your percentage of the daily distribution, it's so worth it. The more you share, the more you get people to come in and grow. It's good for the overall health. You're rewarded personally. But I just wanted to say again, thank you for the community. This is all because of the community and the interest and you guys talking about it and sharing it with others. And like I mentioned in the news, there was times when it's like people were looking really, poorly on not understanding blockchain and maybe didn't love it. Right now, things are actually getting really positive, and it's such a good time to share and continue the momentum that we're seeing here and keep growing our project. Because, the bigger it goes, the more success we have as a community. All of us, we're all node owners. We're all in this together. So the total amount of smart nodes, I'm just seeing some of the comments roll in here, just to mention real quick. There'll only ever be 100,000 smart nodes that will be sold. And we've already sold 23. We're almost at a quarter of the smart nodes sold. So we have a lot left that we can build with the community. But to be honest, even 2,500 or 25,000, smart nodes is such a great amount and a base to really build and have a strong community and blockchain here. So with that and all that excitement, and again, thank you to you guys, I wanted to pass this over. We have with us one of our community members who has been, like we're talking about, other than those of us that kind of work here at the company, building the products and services and trying to get communication out, is Scott Touchton. And Scott is as a fellow community member with all of you, has really kind of jumped in to try to help lead out certain aspects of getting our project out there and success. And we're going to let he has some other exciting updates. So take it away, Scott.
Hey, thanks, Jeff, and thanks everybody. Again, like Jeff said, I do not work for Galvan. I'm a community member, just like everybody watching. I just dove in, inviting you to do the same, because like Jeff said, this is a community-driven blockchain equals community. So I'm inviting you to jump in with me. Let's go talk in the Discord. Say how can I get better involved. Jake Dietrich, another big community member, recently did like a LinkedIn post, like, hey, here's ways that the community drive programs like this, and the way that Galvan, the company, can start something, but it's the community members that take it and run with it. And one cool thing is, so that there's the Galvan token, right? That is the ERC20 version of the Bridge digital reward. So the Galvan token was on Uniswap, which is a decentralized exchange. And through some community efforts of the DGF and node governance, which was so Galvan, the token, is now listed on Probit Global, which is a centralized exchange. So this can be accessible, and you could go buy Galvan, sell Galvan, the token through, or EYES token through Probit Global. We've got a kind of a map there that shows the extent that they truly are global, not just throwing it on their name there, but you can see where their user base is spread out and distributed. So it's a great platform. You can go, so they're on CoinMarketCap. So basically on CoinMarketCap, they rank exchanges. So you can see their user volume and daily trading volumes and user counts. So it's a great platform for EYES to get in. And as a result, you could go on CoinMarketCap, which is a third-party site, and see the resulting increase in trading volume and user adoption that the token has had since this listing, which is really exciting. And on the next slide, we've got, so one thing that Probit Global is doing as well that I thought was really cool is a trading competition. So by going on their website and participating in this trading competition, you can actually earn and win additional eyes. So really exciting news for us community members. And you know, like I said, as a community member, I encourage you and kind of challenge you to be an active community member yourself. Being on this call, it means you're well on your way, right? You're staying educated. You're taking your time out of your day to be on this call live or watch the replay. So you're doing the first step, which is staying educated in the project, and then get involved. Like come chat with us in the Discord, posting on social media. You know, there's 1,000 different ways that you could be an active community member. So thank you all for having me, and I look forward to future community involvement.
Thanks, Scott. And thanks for our team for presenting. A lot of great stuff coming down through our product. A lot of exciting expansion of our blockchain node owner network that we are collaborating with to get healthy actions on the blockchain. And a couple things in case you don't have it. Here's a couple QR codes for places you can go and get the G Plus app. And the 4UMW is our is the code, so you can go and join the new G Plus Community Challenge. I'm gonna have to ask our team. I forgot what 4UMW stands for. It's something really cool that product team came up with. Robert, tell us what that is.
It's for you, me, and the world.
For you, me, and the world. I don't know how I forgot that, but thank you. So a few things that we wanted to throw in there. Again, this is outside of distribution. So this is we want to reward participants and again help to reward people who are exercising and checking in through their mental health check-ins. So if you go and join, there will be rewards for first, second, and third place. That will start November 10th and go for a couple of weeks. So for those of you that will be celebrating at least in the States, Thanksgiving upcoming, good time to get ahead of some of the overeating that often happens during the holidays. So we're excited about that. I think our next slide is just one last opportunity to let each of you go find, if you haven't already, all of our different places you can join us on social media and the Discord and a variety of different places. This QR code will take you to a page that will give you all of the spots that you can follow us and join us and spread the good word. So thank you for being here. We love our Galvanators, and we look forward to seeing you next month when we join for our next community call. So thank you.